We're a large primary school currently expanding from 2-form to 3-form entry, including our nursery. We've got over 500 children on roll. We're in a high level of socio-economic deprivation. We've got a high number of pupil premium children, and the majority of our children speak English as an additional language. We've only got about 5% of white British pupils on roll currently.
In terms of planning the work in the early stages with the school, we would be looking to do an implementation meeting, and as part of that implementation meeting we'd be thinking about the challenges that the school has. We'd be having discussions about the school priority plan. We'd be thinking about year groups in terms of pressures, and also thinking about what the needs of the community are as a whole.
The pressures that we had before the CPA involvement in our school was we have such a high level of children that are vulnerable, that have additional complex needs, and the local authority support, although good, is limited.
We identified fairly swiftly that there were some needs around the area of attachment, and also for us to promote a nurturing classroom.
We had some whole school attachment training, which was really, really useful for us as teachers to actually see the children in our class that actually are displaying signs of attachment issues, and that will then be impacting on their social skills, their learning, their attainment, their general well-being, and it gives us an understanding of the whys behind that, and then how we can adapt our provision and turn our classrooms into nurturing classrooms to support them.
What's been immensely rewarding as an educational psychologist working in this model is that it's been very, very collaborative. And there's a sense that you can really get to know an educational setting and really know what the challenges are for that school.
I found that the flexibility of having someone that comes in every week is ideal, because in schools things crop up all of the time, situations change. So rather than having to wait for a date for someone to come in and support and put that provision in place, we know we have a psychologist in school every single week that can deal with issues as and when they arrive.
The types of measures that we've been using in Holbrook have been the Strengths and Difficulties questionnaire, Goodman's. We've been also using the resiliency scales. We've also started to think about use of the Boxall.
I think one of the areas of real impact has been the work with families, because that's some support that we haven't had before, and I know that parents have responded really positively to the educational psychologist going into the home setting and creating much stronger home-school links and applying strategies across the school and home setting.
It was clear that an extension to the work would come from looking more closely at the Year 6 group and thinking about transition. So we want to, at this stage, start thinking about setting up a support with the view to making a successful transition into Year 7 in September.
For the children, there's been high levels of impact, because we've been able to identify a greater number of needs because more children have accessed educational psychologist support, and we've been able to put in place appropriate interventions and provision.